here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Texas's offense will be first on the attack. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks into the open. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The Sooners offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating.
Running free. He's at the touchdown, Texas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation. In points per game, because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
Slings it downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the...
He's got it down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. The give to the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. He leaves it with his back. Fights off a defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Sooners are marching down the field. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The lost yardage leaves him with second and 11. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And This guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some... room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense. You have to know, fourth down, this quarterback is going to be a threat to run the football. They got a little bit out of position. He makes them pay and gets a fresh set of downs.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The option look. He'll toss it. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A third down try for the offense. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab, and there's room. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finding open areas. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A designed run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running.
Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab on the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Now the play fake. Got his man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break the...
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Quick toss. Picks up the first down. There he goes. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. If we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to... and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one, 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
fighting off the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and 10 from their own 13. Here comes the option. The pitch. Turning it on. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? He's now up to 77 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Buying some time as he moves left. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
Pulls it in. It's Green. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quickly complete.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the tailback. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the heat. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gets the back moving. Laterals it back. Under fire. Using his feet to buy time. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Makes the catch. It's Hill. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Sooners in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Working that left side now. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick. He can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Longhorn! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Punch it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they've built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play.
Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Pulls and fires complete. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. From the gun, give on the inside. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. It's Harris. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Quick release on the RPO. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The give from the gun. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Quarterback on the keeper. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Floating away. Look out, he's got room. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Yeah, and he's done a great job all game long, making the right decisions, but knowing when to pull it and continue to keep drives alive. He's continuing to make the right decision time and time again.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ingram. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got him. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown! And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next. There he goes! He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The run from the shotgun. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Off play action on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Oh, they're after him. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the fill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really shown you he can do all things on the football field. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covered. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
One more play to pad the stats. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.